All right, special update. Um, just came back from the 61st annual recognition ceremony. It was amazing to see so many heroic officers receive awards and recognition for their bravery. Um, the reality is, though, this department, yet again, shows how very little it cares. I'm going to highlight a couple things from today and in the past couple weeks that I have yet to talk about. So everybody knows that if your magazine didn't hit the mailbox yet, it's coming. But on the front cover of our current magazine is the families of the fallen COVID officers from November, December, and January 21 into 22 of Spec, Huerta, and Tripoli that have still not gotten the line of duty designation benefits. But it's a fight that we're going to continue to press forward. I invited the family members to sit at the FOP table for the awards ceremony since the superintendent ducked our awards ceremony so he didn't have to speak to them. Regrettably, during the memorial roll call, Joey Huerta was left off the memorial roll call altogether, as if he did not pass away in 2021. It is bad enough that this department is refusing to do the right thing so far by designating it a line of duty COVID death. But then to leave him off the roll call entirely is inexcusable. His wife was crushed, to say the least. It was an emotional basket case. It was major salt into a wound that should not occur. And his brother Paul is part of CPD. Again, a slap in the face to our members and their families. But it shouldn't be a surprise. I will tell you, the superintendent, everybody remembers the body slam incident on the south side where an offender spit in an officer's face and tried to lick him, and on the takedown, he ended up getting body slammed into the concrete. Well, the officers who then took that subject off the street and put him in the back of a squad car were disciplined. The FTO on the scene was given a 30 pending separation with a police board case pending. The recruit that was with him was given a 90-day suspension by COPA. That suspension went to the superintendent's office. The superintendent said the discipline should be a verbal reprimand. Then it went to the police board since it was more than a 30-day recommendation for a concurrence one way or the other. The case was assigned to Vice President Paula Wolf. Paula Wolf reviewed the case and basically told the superintendent, you have to agree with COPA's 90-day recommendation, period. End of sentence, full stop. That paperwork ended up back on the superintendent's desk for a concurrence signature. The superintendent didn't sign a concurrence. The superintendent upped it from a reprimand to a termination 30 pending case. That's how much he gives a damn about the younger officers, just like the older. He had no authority to do that. We are certainly fighting it and trying to get the police board to basically refuse to file that case. But again, no authority whatsoever. He is obligated to accept the recommendation of that one police board member. But that didn't happen. Shall we go on? You got the Cook County State's Attorney's number 2, Reza Lanier. Everybody remembers the video of the officer on Lakeshore Drive stopping the person for trespassing late at night on the beach, telling her she had to leave the beach. Wasn't the first person he interacted with that night. Body cam shows he had told several people that they had to leave the beach. It was closed. But this young lady decided she knew better and she was going to do what she wanted to do and didn't have to follow the lawful direction order of an officer in uniform, period. They end up in somewhat of a little tussle. The woman's never struck, the woman's never thrown to the ground or nothing. After 20 or 30 seconds, the officer decides this just ain't worth it, lets it go. And all this was captured on video by a city worker sitting there doing nothing but taking the video. And of course, right away, the race baiting started. This was a racial issue because she was black and the officer was white. Ridiculous, unnecessary, and unwarranted. The officer was confronting a trespasser on park property. Very simple, and giving a lawful order. This lady should have been arrested, but wasn't, was given a break. And what happened to this officer? He said enough of this. He left the job, he moved out of state, and now the Cook County State's Attorney, during a review at pretty good resources, that everybody in the Cook County State's Attorney's office close to this investigation said there's no criminal charges here. But Risa Lanier has been pretty much on record as saying she's going to take it to the grand jury herself and try and get an indictment for this officer for battery and for official misconduct. That's the police force we are all part of right now. And the constant attacks that come not from the outside, but from within. Understand, this needs to change. And the simplest way to change it is the politicians who put these hacks in the position of authority to ruin this job and this profession for all the men and women who bravely go out and serve every day. I'll have more, obviously, on a Friday update later in the week. But lastly, I will tell you there's a lot of conversation about the canceled RDOs and where we are at with all of this. Later today, the link will be up on our website with the grievance arbitration decision and settlement with all the attached notes of how we got there, how it started, everything that was discussed, the back and forth even between the attorneys for clarification language. So there is no mystery. It's going to be more formally addressed in phase 2 of the contract, but right now we're making the best lemonade out of the lemons we've got, considering the contract clause that currently exists. With that, everybody have a safe week. We'll see you out and about with the barbecue trailer this weekend.